think will be Xavier?
I wanted to be the guy who played First Class, to be honest.
Patrick Stewart was like...
Yeah, but you can't be Patrick Stewart.
I know, but I remember even like when the first rumblings of an X-Men film came out years ago, I remember thinking, Patrick as a child.
Yeah, no, you see it, you're like definitely
the Star Trek guy.
Yeah. But the thing about it is like you almost don't, I feel like with, even though we talk about this a lot, but that the X-Men stuff that they might bring back, you want to do a more modern version of the X-Men. Yeah. You don't want to bring the old school version back, so you want a more like you want an Xavier that basically uses his powers to get pussy, like he did in First Class, basically.
I hope they're making like because he can walk now.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't put him in a wheelchair.
No, they are going to put him in a wheelchair. They are. They have quotas to fill. But do you remember what's it called?
He's walking now.
No, but do you remember the way they did that in Eternals? Like they just put just everyone in Eternals and just you can tell that you're bro. They
everyone in
this a politically correct show.
Oh, sorry. Right. I mean, but actually, wait. Marvel is very, very good at diversity with his MCU stuff. One thing I put my hand on, like, you guys have really good diversity.
Of course.
Because they're throwing...
I'm not complaining about
everyone.
I'm just saying that I know that they're going to put... He's going to do the same.
If you don't...
That's what you meant. Right, okay, fine.
The X-Men, if they don't make them like more modern, it will be more of a problem because like they're supposed to be like an allegory of like discrimination, but the first X-Men are all white people.
You know what? This is going to be a problem when they eventually bring X-Men into and they try and tackle these problems and they're going to modernize it. The backlash is going to be
BLM.
Oh, these woke cast. Yeah, because what else, you know what they're going to do.
But that's what X-Men is about. Though X-Men is about being woke.
Say, but that's what's going to happen.
They even have a preacher as a bad guy saying that these people are abominations.
Striker.
Striker mutant.
No.
His son was a mutant.
Striker, like that in the
X-Men 2.
In First Class, that's what they made.
Was X-Men 2? No, Striker's in X-Men 2. Striker's in X-Men 2.
But he's like, these people are abominations. Every time you hang out with your kids, they'll become abominations.
So what's the comic? God Loves Man Kills. That was
and then Scott Summers has a theological debate with him or something. As like this thing's gonna be woke, like,
but that was actually good because they actually talk about the race thing. It was really
that's what X-Men is, and that's the problem. You have to they have to modernize it because all the one guy
they go too far with it.
But the thing is, one guy said something that was very interesting. He said, okay, because he's called Nando V Movies and he has the fan cast kind of thing that he takes. Like he's done it for Fantastic Four, done it for X-Men, and then he said like he's done it for the First Class. And he said, I want to make Beast a black guy, but my problem with this is that there's a Hollywood trope of turning black people into things that are, how he says, I'm very aware of this and this could be a problem. So I wouldn't want, if Beast is going to be played by someone that's
making white.
You should probably just make him white. And just
make him white. Because then his thing is, the thing about it is like, for example,
because the person that he's chose is so good for it as well.
Is it? Who choose?
The guy that plays the Watcher, the black guy from Westworld.
Oh, so done. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
The guy he's the one that's a robot.
Yeah.
He's such a
he said that guy is so good. So if he's going to play Beast, he has for like 1 or 2 movies, he has to stay as a black guy.
You can't. Yeah, the problem with that is like you could have Beast that doesn't turn into Beast for it.
Yeah.
But the problem, you're right. People are looking at that. But then,
but they just call him Hank McCoy. I wouldn't mind actually. For a long time,
just call him Hank McCoy.
I mean, to be fair, even if they did make him Beast, I wouldn't mind, but I would, in the back of my mind, I'd be like,
he's a monkey, though. that's the thing. It's like, it's a black guy, but he's hanging upside down from his lab with his toes. Like...
But the thing is, you don't have to make him black.
That's not saying make him white, because then his problem would be like, then you could make him turn into a beast because his thing, because there's not, I'm sorry, when you went to old school cartoons, right? You know, the one where they're actually in school and stuff, they go into school. And I always laugh because they're like, when the people find out they're mutants, they're like, we hate these people. And you're like, you're some white man, some tall, 6 foot white man with wings, and you're there saying, you're ugly and we hate you.
That's why this guy, going back to what this guy said, he said he did a recent video about about it. He said, this is why you need to center it around them being children of being really young people because like they can't like what's the difference between them and Spider-Man?
That's exactly. There's nothing.
Well, like when if you make them really young,
nothing.
If you make them like really young, and then like their powers start awakening when they're like teenagers or whatever, and they can't control them. Like he's brought up like what's that guy? The guy that explodes as a power. That started off Civil War. Nitro. Yeah. Say like if someone like as a kid and he just blows up, like they have a reason to be scared of these people rather than just be like, oh, you can fly.
Oh yeah. Are you an Avenger? No, I'm just
it's true though. Like the Avengers, but they hate the X-Men.
It's like in the comics as well. Even in the comics, they're just like I remember watching reading the most recent like story part, and then they're talking about how the mutants are discriminated against, and the mutants are saying how we're better than everyone else. that's the conclusion they've come to. But it's funny because they talk about the clashes between like mutants and like everyone else who isn't a mutant but has powers as well. And I always found that weird. Like you will say this, oh, you mutants are demon, devil spawn, blah blah blah, but then Spider-Man and flipping Iron Man, all these other people who are just the Fantastic Four are like perfect examples.
But they're fine.
Because they were humans first, and then they went to space and then got mashed up. Shouldn't that make them worse because they can come down with their...
It kind of feels like you can make the same argument for mutants, like they're normal until they get their powers.
I mean, that's true, yeah. They don't have the powers until puberty, so...
Yeah, but, you know... But then also... The difference is they were born with the X gene. That makes it disgusting. Everyone else is born with the X gene. They just happen to...
But also, I guess it's that you can't... Obviously, I believe that most of the X-Men should be of defenders to like marginalized communities, not... But you will have a couple of like white people in it. But because you can't say that all the no mutants are whites, basically.
No. Like it's true. The majority of them will be white.
Some people made the argument for Batman. They said all the white people were evil and all the ethnic minorities were good people.
Boy, that person made that complaint. He was like, I didn't like seeing so many different ethnic people that went bad.
But I'm like,
there's only one good person.
But the politicians were like,
just Batman, and he's white. Man, sit down. Shut up.
You wanted? I don't know. They wanted the United Nations to be the politicians, but like.
It was so dumb. I was like, this is kind of complete with this movie. Like the Batman movie didn't have no white people that were good. Isn't it like,
was that the guy that was in the car?
Yeah. Just like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see.
Jesus Christ.
So tiny.
Anyway, like, you know.
On the X-Men thing. Like, they don't have to really race swap though. Like, let's say, they could actually just do remember what they would do back in the day? They wouldn't race swap, they would just bring a character that was black. That had, like, in X-Men Evolution, Evolution?
They had Spike,
They had Spike there. They had all the more obscure characters from the comics and then made them main characters in the thing. Because that's what they did with the 90s one as well. The comics didn't really have, like, Gambit being cool the way he was. It's only this one that made him cool. So they can do that again.
Yeah, but the main people that be looking at them are, like, the white, like, jock. Like, for example, like Scott Summers... For example, the only thing like that was he just had red glasses. That's it. And the only thing is when they found out he was mutant, oh, now we hate you. But like your only thing is that you have red glasses. Jean Grey is the one of the buffest girls in school, and her powers are completely like harmless. Because it's like, oh, but you're a mutant, oh, we hate you. Like Nightcrawler, fine, because his thing is hiding the way he looks, fine. Like Spike, at least he's black. Storm, at least he's black. Like, there is some kind of like other thing extra in there. Like there are people who might be funny about you already, and then they find out you're a mutant and just like compiles together. You know, it's just like
the Scott Summers hate makes no sense. You know,
doesn't make any sense. Jean Grey and Scott Summers hate doesn't make any sense. Until Jean Grey starts going a bit like loopy, then yeah, fine. But
or even Xavier's one, they'll say, "Oh, he's disabled. That's why we don't like him."
Yeah, you don't need to race swap them. To be honest, I think there's enough black characters in it, like black, Asian, different kind of characters in X-Men too.
But not in First Class.
Yeah, the First Class is not.
The First Class is
they can't be. They just shouldn't do First Class, bro.
It's just white people.
They don't have to do like a origin story for X-Men like they did with remember what they did with Spider-Man?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, we already know.
Yeah,
so
they can just show them.
But then you have to basically
explain why
they're not.
Explain them, but you don't have to explain them from the first. Because remember how they did it in the comics as well is that like they are. it's like no one really knows that they're mutants.
Yeah, they're hiding it. Yeah,
they're hiding it, and then eventually they come out and say, we are the X-Men or whatever. But like they already have a school established for a while, I'm assuming a while. And then they go out and do missions.
I just don't know.
Even the mission thing is
I don't know how they're gonna bring them. How they're gonna explain the whole them not being involved in like. I know it comes back to this, and especially with the snap as well, because you would have to assume some of them got consumed by the snap.
Yeah.
So how are they gonna bring all of that?
Yeah.
None of them.
But even bringing them back.
Xavier used Cerebro, just everyone forgets. It's okay.
That's probably
Because I think we talked about in different podcasts before, but I think basically that they just won't be X-Men when you meet them. They might be adults, but they won't be team, but they won't be X-Men. Because even the whole idea of them going in this jet and
They just created child soldiers, you know.
it's just a little bit. The whole thing is a bit corny. It's like we're gonna go fight big purple robots. Nah, it's
what
corny.
I think they're gonna do is probably just bring them in from another universe.
Just don't do that.
You know why I think
Just make them time travelers.
Why I think they're gonna do that is because they've kind of hinted that that's what they're gonna do.
When did they hint it?
When I say hint, it's like because they don't have like perfect counterparts for people in the different universes. It seems. So you have Mr. Fantastic in this one, but he's not in. He doesn't seem to be in this other universe.
He
but
will
Doctor
be.
Strange.
Well, you know he'll be because there's going to be a Fantastic Four.
But I think that they're just going to bring them from other universes personally. Because again, Fantastic Four, there's a blind for that because they can say they just haven't taken off, gone to space yet. But like people like X-Men, mutants are supposed to have been there for a time, and they're not there.
They're there, bro. They're just like you people fight your own war.
Yeah, but that's what I'm they're seeing so much happen. But they're seeing so much happen in the world and in America and also in the world.
Self-preservation,
That
bro.
nothing. What the whole Thanos thing? Like the main thing is
It doesn't
Thanos.
make sense, but I don't know how they're gonna.
They're not going to.
Because they were there. Everyone just forgot. That's it.
That would be such a
Xavier was just like, I wiped everyone's mind.
With a
It's
character
okay.
like with a character like Quicksilver and the girl Wanda, yeah.
What about
Come
them?
on, man. Wonder who is a mutant herself.
Unless they do a backstory where Scarlet Witch somehow wiped out all the mutant population somehow. Because
bro.
For her kid, I mean, she would have already done that. She should have done that just before.
Yeah,
just
they
now.
haven't done anything. It makes you wonder if they're even going to bring it in, to be honest.
I don't know how they. Maybe it's best to leave it because or make it standalone little.
Because they've had so many opportunities to just drop a little bit of a hint.
I don't know
about
how
it.
they
haven't
bring
They should
done
have
it.
done it with Eternals.
They didn't do it with Eternals.
Yeah.
They didn't do it with
Big ass
Doctor
waste,
Strange 2.
man.
Yeah.
They didn't do it when they first showed Wanda, and
They did it
for reasons that we
They did it
know.
with Doctor Strange 2 to just show that there's.
They do it for no reason, bro.
It's so useless.
There was actually no reason.
I'm telling you, they're gonna go and bring them from another.
But even when they showed them, she didn't. No one called them a mutant. No one mentioned.
Yeah,
it.
maybe they will just do that. They'll make the X-Men, but they just won't call them mutants.
Hey.
They might just.
But that's not X-Men.
But they'll just change the whole concept of X-Men. They'll just say
They have the X
X-Men is-
genes. Oh, you dirty people.
I think they'll just take away like the whole X gene thing. They'll just wipe it out.
Because but that is so pivotal though for X-Men.
I love how we started in this trailer. We're talking about X-Men.
But that's their whole like thing is that we're mutants. That's their whole. They're mutants with the X gene, and they'll do the same thing with because they even remember it's not just X-Men that they showed in this thing. They also showed Black Bolts, which now it means there's Inhumans who are supposed to be. The
Yeah, but they're not. Yeah, but not. but the Inhumans, see, because it's a different reality though, so they can always make the argument that their MCU 616 universe doesn't have Inhumans. Unless, but then again, that would be true because it depends if you see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as canon or not.
So then why can't they do that?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has loads of Inhumans in it.
But so then why can't they do that with the X-Men as well? Say there's no mutants in this.
I'm saying they're doing that so that you can
Because
argue
there
that they
isn't.
could do that.
America is the only exception. When you remember when they said about if you have nightmares, that means you've got some sort of accountability.
Yeah.
But she says that she's basically the only.
She's the only version of herself that exists ever.
So
But she's also not a mutant though, so.
yeah, but what I'm saying is there should be a counterpart. So for Charles Xavier, there should be a 616
They have Kevin Feige said, I mean, what's he going to do about them? He's talked about mutants, but he hasn't said what he's going to do with them.
They're in the universe.
They're there somewhere.
But they just have to find a way to bring them in.
What they'll probably just say is that now they'll wake up, which is if they do it like that, I'll be angry. Because
Well, to be honest,
it just makes me think you've squandered your apocalypse. You can't use that anymore.
why not?
If you say that the mutants are just now waking up,
Oh, you can't use
then
Well,
you
it's
can't
because
use the
yeah,
apocalypse.
because